Top of morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Slayer Was in My Hero Academia. And this is the reboot one. So, if you haven't seen my old ones, go check them out. So, yeah, this is the reboot of it. So, yeah. Next, this is a detail one, so if you want to skip it, go right ahead. And I may put it in, in the, timestamp on it, of it. So, yeah. So Slayer, that's his name. He has a sister named Momo Irozu. Sometimes she doesn't she does care about him. She thinks that he's acts like a 2-year-old sometimes. Without a brain. So, yeah. But he does use his brain a lot more, faster. And he is not the same thing as the Goblin Slayer or Demon Slayer ones. He is more calmer than others. He's more chilled. He just visits with his friends more. And yeah. And he does have a power and a quirk. So the quirk is similar to a combined power of her thinking thing, and Momo's quirk put together. So yeah, every time he thinks about something, he can grab it out of thin air and use them as weapons. So yeah. Then he goes to a quirk doctor. And the quirk doctor looked at Momo first, and he says, well, you have the creation quirk, and your brother has this is weird, odd. Your brother is probably the most powerfulest thing that I ever seen. He has a similar quirk as you Momo. Huh? Plus but his power is infinity. Basically, he's a immortal thing. So, yeah. He can do what some of the people can. He thinks on a whole nother level. That no one even thinks about. Not even Nezu. Speaking of Nezu, and that was the start of the So, yeah. When they were just like kids, small kids, or 4-year-olds, he was like, as he's always like, as he doesn't like, he doesn't do like stupid stuff. And plus, he is more like under that, like, that's his superhero outfit, but he has a he is so like muscular and buffed that even some of the girls are like doing that stuff now to try to, but some of them actually get a nosebleed things. But one particular one always was is like her. She always like tries to do something like that. As he says, huh, here, let me help you. As he literally pulls the door, but he doesn't even know his own strength. So he accidentally ripped a door hinge or like entire door off. So, yeah. Next, or of course, Momo's like, you idiot. As he says, hey, it said pull, I pulled. As Momo's like, yeah, but sometimes not pull hard. Or pull hard enough, okay? So, yeah. Then the next day, or, of course, a couple, I'm doing a time skip so it doesn't take too long, like in the last videos that I did. So, and so the time skip to them being 15 and in the UA thing. Momo and him got separated and into like two different, there would be like three, one or both of them will be pro hero things. So, and the third one was support course one. So she says, now brother, don't overdo your power, okay? Okay, hey sister. As he like straight up, like when they both got on two buses and they went to their like A and B. As yeah. So Momo went into A and her brother Slayer was B. So he's like, huh, better use my quirk. And who else was in B? none other than her. So, yeah. So, they um, usually, of course, she starts, like, as he says, huh, these are just play toys for me. As he really gets into it, as they all see how powerful he really gets when he cut his, like, it's like Todoroki but on, like, full on berserk mode, as he's literally playing with toys or toy robots with, like, left to right, like they literally. And the zero pointer came, and he says, huh, well, I, I like those kind of toys. As he literally, it was uppercuts, or actually, he lifts the entire robot like a toy with just one hand, and, like, threw him all the way across the entire, like, into outer space. And yeah, basically, yeah, it exploded. As everyone saw how powerful he really gets. That was fun. As he's, like, happy about it. As his sister's like, his powers or someone from or from A actually was with her was Frog Girl. So she says, well, then they guess whoever that was as sure gets excited. As Momo looks at Frebbit and she says, that person is my brother, and his name's Slayer, and he enjoys his things called toys. As everyone looks at her and, like, wait, so your brother's pretty powerful, isn't he? Yeah. Of course, they said yeah. Or she says, yeah, he's way too tough for anyone who dares. Okay? So, yeah. When they got back on the bus, to go back, as Momo was like, was like all upset, because usually they're upset at him for acting like a 2-year-old. As he says, huh, yeah. As, yeah, he basically, that's what Momo did. Head to him. So, yeah, he basically says, come on, Momo. Just let me have some little fun. So, yeah. So she basically... So they're like, huh. You act like a 2-year-old. As, yeah. But only person that doesn't see him as a 2-year-old is him. Or her. Sorry. Her. Her. I was looking at this picture and I said him, but I meant her. So, she doesn't see him as a 2-year-old. She sees him as a man that wants to have fun. And she, like, basically was walking to her house and she can't stop thinking about him. How he's always... How his body can... Like... As Mr. Aizawa is like... And Nezu are like... I think... And Momo and him are... They are brother and sister. But I think... As heard nothing to me. So, yeah, the next day, they ended up getting the invites as Nezu, or not, Nezu, who are told, or actually told Slayer that he got the highest score. You're now the new record holder for being as Momo's like, and the rest of her family is like, wait, what? That must not be right. Him saying that you're the new record holder? Huh. As, yeah. So, it explodes in his hand. As he's like, huh. I really don't take things too seriously. Maybe if we're in class 1A, we'll probably earn together. Okay? As, yeah, he basically Momo's got class 1A with her brother. As they are so proud of their son and their daughter for getting into UA, and yeah. Sorry. So He first day on there, as he's like, huh, come on. And who else got Class 1A? Is her. So he says, huh, guess you're the new holder of the records. Huh. Yeah. As Momo's like, yeah, he is okay. So, yeah, he basically as all for or Slayer's like, you must be our homeroom teacher, right, Mr. Aizawa? And Mr. Aizawa looks at him and says, yeah. If you're here to visit, get out. Yeah. I'm not here, or we're not here for a visit. We're here to become pro heroes. As the Bakugo, or actually, it was the student from Class 1B, that guy down there, says, huh, now with that attitude, or not that attitude, as Slayer hears that, as he bolted right to him, grabs him, and like, what did you say? I can hold anything. Heck, I'm more powerful than anyone that you ever faced. If you want to challenge me, that would be the day that you'll be dead. Got it? As he lets go before. As everyone as Momo is like terrified because her brother, or she knows that he said, I'll probably get more serious. Honestly. Like more, like she even walked up to her brother and tells him, sorry, that was kind of scary, Henry, for you. How did it feel? Huh. Well, that's why I remember what I said during that quirk assessment test to go into UA or get into this place. That was just the fun of it. Okay? Let's get back to class, shall we? Okay? As Mr. Aizawa's is a little bit like he's having two emotions right now happening at the same time. One is fear, like if that student ever became a villain, we'll all be screwed enough. But at the same time, he's like, okay. As I'm skipping the ball throw and the quirk assessment test thing. Yeah. Zuko, or not Zuko. And I'm also skipping the Heroes vs. Villains to go to USJ. So he rides the bus with his classmates as they're like, huh. As Frog Girl asked, what is everyone's powers? Ours. Or like their quirks. So they went around and they told what their quirks can do. But when it went to, they didn't ask Tanman, or that's Slayer. I meant Slayer, not Jazz. Okay. So Slayer was more. He's more sleeping. As some of them think that's cute, that when he sleeps. Like, she thinks that it's cute when he's sleeping. And, yeah. Momo is happy that he's sleeping because as she tells Mr. Aizawa that if he acts like a 2-year-old, or Slayer acts like a 2-year-old, but now he's really like, as they arrive, they wake up Slayer, and they got in, as he was like groggy. So when they got in and they got ambushed, as 13's injured, as he's like, hey, when he saw 13 in like suit gets like destroyed, and he turns and saw Mr. Aizawa getting pummeled by the Nomu, he is like, keep calm, don't get mad, just get glad. Don't get mad, get glad. As he becomes, as the only person that really knows that he's getting angry is his sister. As he could see flares, or like, kind of like what Todoroki did, but on a whole nother level. As he says, sister, get everyone out of here now. Because how his tone was like basically like reached all the way to super creepy voice. Elmo's world. Sorry. So, sorry, I just had to do that voice. So, yeah, they, like, she ends up thinking in her head of how he can be super scary. Heck, I was gonna put him in Class 1B, like, or like put him with her, but I need some new character like that. And sorry if I get loud. Sorry. So Momo got everyone out as he went full on Super Saiyan. Like Slayer went full on Super Saiyan and killed the Nomu, injured every villain. And then, because how dark he was, he turned around and looked at them with such, like, with the same eyes that even the villains are like, okay, we surrender. So, yeah. That's what happened. So, yeah. He basically picked up Racerhead, puts him on his back, and they went full on force. As he threw Eraserhead away, and yeah, he ends up getting teleported back, and like, yeah, or actually, he went full bore, and he slid underneath of course, he slid Mr. Aizawa and then holds the automatic doors all the way. As, yeah, everyone didn't want to interfere with him. Heck, the Nomu who got killed before, like, his brain got smashed. So, I'm skipping the sports festival and internships and the camp park. So, yeah. During the camp, only person that really gets captured was Slayer. So, yeah. Slayer gets captured, and yeah, so as everyone's like, huh. As everyone, or of course, Homo's like, where's my brother? Huh. Well, he got kidnapped. As, yeah. But the one person, of course, she tells Momo that your brother's strong. He could just pop back to whatever he wants. So he did tell her that, and because she knows that her brother can't go down home without a fight. So yeah, he basically broke out of a handcuffs and starts injuring I'm making some quotes, the villains so hard. Like, him was injured too much. So, yeah. And All Might against All for One goes similar, but All Might was down, knocked out, but not dead yet. So All for One was gonna kill All Might with just that one stomp. But Slayer decides to, like, straight up full bore and grabbed. He actually grabbed All for One's quirk and ripped it right out of his body. Yeah. His immortal quirk was gone. As he says, I see ya in the afterlife. That's what he says with his cruel look. And he actually did crush All for One's heart, too. So, yeah. As Bunny Girl and the rest of them saw the number, or actually student hero takes care of symbol of evil. Like, basically, bro, done. So, yeah. As he gets All Might up on his feet, as he looks at, So, he does it with one hand. Because his other hand was bloody. So All Might says, we'll do it to him too, aren't you? As he says, yeah. But he sure does. I don't know my strength or my power. So, yeah. So, after that, I'm doing a time skip of I'm skipping the ball or dodgeball and the overhaul thing. So, and during the dodgeball thing, when they all were ready, of course, all those girls from that nation thing or whatever that school is actually immediately fell in love with him. Because with that much power, yeah. But before we go further, so during the All for One versus All Might fight, Momo's parents and her were watching the news of the student called Slayer was kidnapped, and now the All Might versus All for One. But wait, as the same student, and when they saw how bloody he would have got, and he basically okay. So, yeah. Now, everyone, or he he does that evil laugh thing. So, yeah. He basically killed All For One, and he was like all like sleepy, so he's like, man, feel like a old man right now. That's what he's saying. As Almain fell asleep, or no, not Almain. He caught All For One, or no, I mean before he hit the ground. So yeah, he basically woke up. A couple days later, and Momo was and her family was like, huh. Well, you're pretty powerful, Zuko. Or, Slayer, sorry. I'm start thinking about Zuko. So, yeah. They end up, um, mm, like, huh. As he, or Momo's and her family was worried that he might end up being a villain, as he says, huh, no, Momo, and, or no sister, and, okay, but I sure know how to do Ling. Of course, he actually did save her, he did save her from grapefruit kid. And yeah. And everyone did care about him, as he's like, huh. Yeah. As he only woke up and like, huh. As I'm trying to think of a word, but of that sentence. So, yeah, he basically killed. Here, and sorry, I'm always do that. So from that point on, so when they all left, except for her, she actually told him, that, of course, this is what she said. Well, the after, or of course, this is what she's saying. After her school, or like since we were just kids, 4 years old, I never heard or truly understand why you're so important. But now you are important to me. Before her. As, yeah. Heck, when they were 4 years old, even schoolgirls, even 4 years old ones, wanted to date him so bad. So, yeah. Sometimes or his sister actually, or actually All Might asked her, like, what is his powers and all that stuff. Well, he does have a power and quirk. So he has combined a mind quirk, but his power is infinity. So he basically does everything that no one else can do. But he acts such a child, as All Might and like everybody else is like, huh. After all that stuff that he did, you still called him a child? That's kind of laughing. Plus, yeah, they were, and they were laughing their heads off because of what moment was said. Because she never really truly thought about how much he her boyfriend, or not, or no, her brother had to go through, or had to hold the entire galaxies of, or infinity, the power would feel. As, yeah, he basically when he gets to, and so this is the end of the video, or before let's do a time skip to the future real quick. So the her and where is it? And those 5 got married to him. And yeah, he still looks sexy as ever. Yeah. Until he and their kids has this, sometimes they develop the weird that face thing. But they wanted to be heroes. So yeah. So yeah. And now this is the end of the video. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. And this is the end of the video, and I don't know, I don't really care about everyone or all those other like characters except for Zuko, and Toga and Ochako. Or I'll take that back. I like them all, but if I had to give them a link, or they're standing in my likes one, Zuko would be the first, followed by Toga and Ochako, and then all rest goes down. So yeah. So, and plus, do you like this content thing? Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and comment. And sorry if I get really loud, okay? Because I don't hear myself in these videos enough. So,